Over the last 8 months or so, guys, we made a conscious decision to wean ourselves off the poultry feed in our rabbit farming activities here in Ghana. Okay, guys, I know this is what happens across majority of the African countries, especially in the West African countries, where we rely on the poultry feed for our rabbits. And we made a conscious decision to move away from such a practice because it just wasn't logical. It just didn't make sense. And guys, today here at Ace Rabbit Farm, we have done a number of experiments with different type of hay, grasses, and so forth and so on. And today, really, we just wanted to take a time and go into some form of an update for you and share some of the success that we are picking up as a result of this decision, as a result of doing it right. Guys, we wanted to always do this rabbiting right. And therefore, we are seeing good results. And in this community, that's what we do. We come to you with the information. We share our success stories so that together you can go out and practice and experiment for yourself and grow. Okay, so come along. This journey is all about updates. It's all about the good stuff that we picked up, and we are here to share with you freely, okay? Hello, everybody. You are once again welcome to another edition here at Ace Rabbit Farm. It has been a while, but guess what? We are here and with more and more exciting results. Okay, so guys, this session today is just focused on, before the hay that we started feeding and after we started feeding the hay. Basically, we compare the data. Obviously, we kept accurate record on the farm, and this information is available for analysis that is going to help us in our future decision. When you make decision, you need to base it on a reality. You need to base it on real data. So obviously, we continue to consult, and then we compare the consultation with our own data, and we can then draw reliable conclusions. Guys, this is what the record keeping on the farm is all about. Yes, of course, you can keep record to avoid inbreeding and so forth. But as a business, as a complete rabbit operations, you need to know what really happens. Important data sets, for example, could include, number of birth, of course, per doe, and then you keep monitoring the doe and the back, and so forth. Daily, weekly, number of death of the bunnies. That information is going to give you the best dose selection and so forth. The important data set, which is really what we are about to talk about today, is the number of death of the winners. Guys, because it's so important, because when you lose a winner, you lose like on 3 different fronts, right? We'll talk about that. So date of changing certain feeds, dates that you change certain feeds, you need to know what happens on your farm. So these are some of the data sets, guys, that we have collected. And today it is about bringing you before the changes, especially to the hay, and after the hay, what did we pick up? Guys, I'm going to summarize that into, a very short table, 4 or 5 points each. But the most critical part will be, what we observe in the animals' behavior characteristics, the death in the winners, and so forth. I think it's very, very interesting. And therefore, hey, come along, let's go and have fun. If you are new here, guys, by all means, subscribe, share this with your farmers, share this with your groups, so that together we can grow, okay? All right. Forgive me, but I'll have to take you a couple of steps back, okay? Guys, in this rabbit business, Ace Rabbit Farm has identified this equation that we call the profitability equation. Those who have with us from the beginning, you will be very familiar with this particular equation. Guys, the breed, the feed, the hatches or the cages that you have, and then the management, really. Those are the 4 critical parts. And we've dealt with the breed quite extensively. Yes, it's a topic ongoing, but we have exhausted that topic very well. today it is all about the feed. We've done quite a good job about the feed as well. We've done the various type of leaves, protein leaves, grasses, and so forth and so on. And then we embark on the fact that hay must be fed unlimited. And we encourage you to cut your own hay, or as in plant your own hay. Don't just cut hay from anywhere else, okay? Because hay from everywhere else, and we realized that animals were dying because of agrochemicals and so forth and so on. And for this reason, we took on the challenge and we planted our own hay, and we made our own hay. And in so doing, and again, changed our feed from over relying on the poultry feed to a purely based hay. Of course, we cannot get away from the poultry feed 100%. So we have kind of removed almost 80% of our poultry feed out of the way, and we are relying solely on hay, on good quality top hay. And that for me is positive. And that for me is what we want to bring to you today. So on the profitability side of this equation, guys, the feed is so important because it is an input. It is an input into your business. If you put in good quality input, you are going to get a good quality product. And so forth and so on. Guys, I think this equation is well known. Everybody else knows this equation right now. And that is what this discussion is about today. So let's go straight to the summary table. And I'm just only going to focus on that. I'm not going to read everything. I'm just going to focus on one or two areas which is so critical, and then we can jump away from here, okay? And then we can go straight to our bonus material and then conclude this discussion, okay? So let's go straight to it. I think for me, if you look at the table, guys, the first thing that strikes me is the fact that there is now low death rate in the winners. So before, we used to have quite a bit of our winners going, especially as soon as you win them. Guys, remember Elliot has always been speaking about emotional winning, physical winning, and so forth and so on. Guys, these animals' gastrointestinal is not well developed. So when you win them away from their mother, guys, you are taking away their emotions. At the same time, their digestive system is not well established. And guess what? They die. They die so quickly. And one secret that we have discovered, guys, is the hay. The hay helps them to recover very, very quickly. And because, that for me is the most critical part, because if you lose a winner, guys, you have spent 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 6 weeks raising this animal, feeding on your costly feed, only to win them and only for them to die. That for me is a loss. It's a loss in feed. It's a loss in your animal. Number 2, it's a loss in your own workmanship. Number 3, and obviously it's a loss in revenue. So all in all, losing a winner is one of the most painful things that we have come to observe. Okay, that's the first point for me. The second point, really, we said something about bloating, guys. And rabbits, they groom themselves and they take in a lot of fur from their skin into their stomach, and it's a one-way journey. Boom, give them a lot of hay, and guess what? Bloating is gone. Another important point that we discover also is the fact that they've become very joyous. They've become very active, bouncing around, jumping around, always with expectation when somebody goes into the farm. Why? Because we are almost simulating their natural environment where we are giving them maximum hay, unlimited. One other thing which I also noticed, guys, is their fur. Their fur is no longer as rough and rugged, as rough. You see some animals and they are just very rough. No, when you feed them hay, they tend to behave normally, and therefore they grow normally, and therefore their fur, everything grows normally. Okay, guys, we've discussed a lot about stereotypics. We all know that if you feed your animal good top quality hay, the animal's behavior just becomes predictable. And guess what? Diseases are reduced. Your bucks and your does are fit because they are in an enjoyment environment, and all of that brings about high productivity. Guys, these are some of the things that we have observed. Now, at this particular point, I'll be very, very happy to hear from you in the comment section things that you have observed when you started feeding hay, because I'm sure you have also picked up a couple of things. So it would be very nice if you come through to the comment section and start pumping some of your information out there, things that you notice, the joy in your animals' face, especially when they see you bringing the hay to them and so forth and so on. When they see them bouncing around, the newborn kids are much healthier, and your does are producing good quality milk and so forth and so on. Okay, guys, you have seen it. We've given the information out to you. Here at Ace Farm, we always encourage you to take what we have shared with you, go out and experiment it yourself, and find a sweet spot so that becomes your trade. Okay. All right, let's jump straight into the conclusion. Perhaps the bonus material. Okay, guys, on the bonus material, assets, somewhere early this October, Elliot has received the turf graphs and the alfalfa seeds. Okay, the turf seeds and the alfalfa seeds. So we've dedicated 2 kg of the turf grass. Is available for sale, guys. It cost us quite a bit to bring into the country, and also the alfalfa seed, properly coated for longer survivability. Okay, so all of this is available with Elliot at Ace Rabbit Farm. Guys, the quantity is only 2 kg of turf seeds. Okay, so you can imagine the size of 2 kg, maybe olonka or olonka, 2 olonka or something like that. And then you have only 1 kg of the alfalfa, maybe 1 olonka or half olonka. Okay, guys, just think about it. Go in there, buy 100 grams yourself, and there you go. Okay. All right. So maybe let's go straight into the conclusion. So looking at the data that we have collected and what we have shared today, guys, it's very apparent to us. And when I compare this to the consultation that we are receiving from South Africa and from other American friends that we are interacting with, guys, hay is the way to go. We are happy to say we are doing it right. We are happy to say we are seeing good results. And therefore, there is no point for us here at Ace Rabbit Farm to hold on to this information, but rather we share with you. So those who are really serious about doing rabbit farming will be able to get some joy from this data that we are here sharing with you. Okay, guys, hay, we've discussed several grasses. If you've not seen the type of grasses that we are using for our hay, guys, check out all our videos on Ace Rabbit Farm. Is there. Go up there, go into some of the playlists and find that. Guys, we discuss these grasses into details. And when we speak about hay, guys, we are drying our grasses to bone dry. Okay, we are not giving any animal green. We don't cut the grass fresh and give the animals. We give them bone dry grasses. It's actually very high in protein. It's actually top quality. We are in the tropics, and the more drier our environment, the better for these animals. Okay, guys. All right. So in conclusion, why is this hay topic so important to Ace Rabbit Farm? Guys, just for starters, we barely speak about any common rabbit illness. Why? It's because of the hay. The hay is solving majority of illnesses, the common ones that you have on a farm that easily kills your animal. So good quality food means less illness, guys. I will say on the second point, our winners survival rate is higher, is improved. Again, why? It's because of the hay. General wellness, general happiness of the animal, again, is because of the hay. So, and it also happens that hay actually forms 80% of the rabbit diet. And by all means, this means we should spend a lot more time, if not 80% of our time, on feeding to be dedicated to hay. Okay? And again, we've spoken a lot. Another point is we've spoken a lot about these stereotypics, which causes your animal to behave in an abnormal way. Guess what? hay solves that problem too. So indeed, this hay topic is important because the benefits are just, they're just proving to be successful for us, rabbit farmers who adhere to this kind of hay. So guys, once again, we have addressed the profitability equation, and hay is right at the center of it. All right, until I catch you again, guys, this is all I have for you today. Keep farming and see you again. Bye.